Hi, my name is Raphael Uzan, and this is my video on Parasha Shofetim for the Habura. Um, Essentially, I want to talk about one idea that is omnipresent throughout Parasha Shofetim and is a cornerstone of any modern democratic state today. That is the principle of rule of law. Now, I'll explain what it means in a moment, but what is quite remarkable is that throughout modern legal literature or mainstream academia, we rarely associate the principle of rule of law with the Bible. Most sources will trace it back to constitutional documents such as the Magna Carta or the Greco-Roman empires. In the English common law tradition, the rule of law is defined by three sub-principles. The first being that there is only one law for all, be it the king, the prime minister, or any ordinary citizen. The second, that one can only be condemned if found guilty by an independent court, which we'll see is at the heart of Parashat Shoftim. And lastly, that there must be a body of laws that one can refer to and that is accessible to all. All three of these concepts are actually present in this week's Parasha. So, for the first one, that there is one law for all, the second pasuk of the Parasha explains that there is only one law. When it says "Lo takir panim," you shall not show partiality. This embodies the idea that everyone is equal before the law. As the commentary by Rashi puts it, a judge must not be lenient towards one person and harsh towards another. So the law is applied equally. Even more, our Parasha demonstrates that even the king is not to be above the law. As we see a bit further, the king is to carry a Torah scroll at all time, and the Khatam Sofer explains that he must refer to it and consult it for guidance. So we also see traces of the king being below the law and who must follow the law. The second principle that is present in many places in our Parasha is the principle according to which one can only be condemned if found guilty by an independent court. So the independence of the judiciary. We can think of the laws towards the second half of our Parasha that govern the witnesses and the evidence in trial. What's remarkable about it is, as one scholar puts it, that this is the first source of a modern legal principle called due process that we find in human history. And in this sense, the Parashat Shoftim and Sefer Devarim was a pioneer on this. So essentially, it embodies what is at the heart of our Parasha in the third pasuk, Tzedek Tzedek Tirdof, the pursuit of justice. Lastly, the third principle, the body of laws that one can refer to, is less evident than the two first one, but is also present more generally in the book of Devarim, which is a civil code or sort of a constitution for the Jewish people as they prepare to enter Israel. And we can also even go further in the Jewish tradition and find the example of the communal reading of the Torah that would take place twice a week. So this is my demonstration of how the principle of the rule of law actually traces back strongly to Parashat Shoftim and of this great contribution that Am Yisrael made to humanity. I hope I was able to convey it in a clear way. Shabbat Shalom.